This is a routine that I dearly love. I've been using this thing for many, many decades. And it's called LPL, standing for Levator, Pec, Lats. So those people with upper cross syndrome, where they've got the protracted shoulder girdle, the arms are internally rotated, the lats are pulling those arms into internal rotation, the head is going forward, and the upper shoulder elevators are in contraction. In other words, levator, scapula, upper traps, they're doing this. So the posture is this. Okay? So we want to get them out of that. Here's a really great little routine for doing that. First of all, I'm going to have Tim grasp the therapy table way over here so I get a nice stretch on the levator area, upper traps levator area, this thing right through here. So with him kind of stretched out there and holding that, I can come in with soft fists. I usually come with fist first. Come right on the border of scapula, superior medial border scapula. Why? Levator scapula attaches there, so you want to catch that border. Get your body weight so that you can lean in without buckling here or anything like that, and then just slowly glide down. This first time, this is passively. I'm not asking Tim to do anything. Just slowly gliding down all the way to the spine, but don't jump up on the spinous processes. Stop before you get to those little bumps in there. Here, slowly still, coming down. I'm moving the erector spinae muscles, lateral to medial. Why? Create support. We know that the iliocostalis muscles have firm attachments at the rib angles out here. But they do spread. On people who have forward head postures, that slump posture, they like to spread. Longissimus will spread away too. And so you're trying to push those things back in to give them that upright support. Here we go. Now I'm going to speed it up a little bit, and I'm going to add a little bit of an activating force through here. I'm going to bounce through here and find some areas of possible hypertonicity. Pull up on the therapy table there for me, please. 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Now I'm going to really take a big, strong sweep down. Keeping your shoulders down and relaxed. I have a problem with that. I notice in sessions sometimes my shoulders all jacked up like that. Don't do that. Okay, now I'm going to come over to the more superiorly and drag down here. Now I'm going to come in, brace this hand here, and do it with one hand. Sometimes you don't have space to get both hands in there. Now notice how I'm hooking and twisting the tissue. Clients love this. You know, they'll say, don't stop, do that again. All session, please. So here we go. So we're twisting it. All of those shoulder elevators, trying to let those shoulders drop back down. So that's the first part. Step 2, working on the same muscle group. Hand goes on the head here. I'm going to come in the lamina groove and kind of glide up as if I'm coming to the suboccipitals. Because when you got your fingers like that, what are you on? You're on the transverse processes of C1, C2, and C3. That's where upper trap, levator scapula, splenius cervicis all have firm attachments there. You got to get these attachments too. You got the bottom part, now you got to get the top part. So I'm just going to come in on Tim, brace here, and then just glide down. Push that tissue away from its firm attachments, getting a little bit of a Golgi tendon organ release. Notice how the extended fingers are not flat. Now I'm just going to work it. Still using my body, right? Notice the hips. It's all coming from the ground. Okay. So now we've taken care of dropping the shoulders down. Tim's going to grasp the back of his neck as if he has neck pain, which he could have neck pain. And we're going to do a real groovy little pec stretch, front line stretch. We're going to try to get some length in here to make sure now that the pecs are allowing the shoulder girdle to come back into retraction. Here's the key. Elbow against your own body, butted up against your waist, palm with fingers facing downward. I'm going to come in on the scapula, anywhere on the scapula, and for demonstration purposes, I'm only going to use 2 fingers here to show you that I don't want you really cranking on the shoulder here. Tim, push your elbow toward your nose, please. 2, 3, 4, 5. When he relaxes, give it a stretch. One more time. 2, 3, 4, 5, and give it a stretch. This is a fantastic pec stretch. It's so great. But here's how I like to do it in practice. After a while, you'll want to do this. Decompress first. Decompress. So you're already pulling on this pec stuff in a different angle, right? So now you got a mechanical advantage here. You're doing that. You sweep in. Here's the motion. Sweeping in. Here's the motion. Sweep in. Now I've got him. Now I'm kind of on the superior border of scapula, right? My palm's on the superior border of scapula. Pull your elbow towards your knees. So now he's pulling knees. And what muscle am I more isolating on now? Pec minor. Coracoid to ribs 3, 4, and 5. Here we go. We're going that angle now. One more time. 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Really great mechanical advantage here. You know, I just don't have to work hard to get a lot of stretch. Just be sure that the person isn't hypermobile and their shoulders coming back too far. Just don't do it. If they come back past midline, they're good. They don't need this stretch. Okay, so now we've got the front line open. We got the shoulders dropping down. What about the lats and teres major that are internally rotating those shoulders? Grasp the top of the therapy table. Now we got all these lats exposed. The lats are the most interesting muscle group because they are basically lower quadrant muscles because they attach all the way down and blend in with the long dorsal sacroiliac ligaments, but they're innervated by the cervical ganglia. They're innervated in the neck. Weird muscle, and they control arm movements. Here's the best way to do it, I think. Come in, arm behind your back, grasp crest of the ilium, sit down, palm up, and I'm just going to first just passively sweep up. Notice how there's this thing going on. As I start to sweep up, I'm going to pronate my hand, sweep all the way up past the attachments right there. Just a nice, gentle sweeping motion. Hooking the thoracolumbar fascia. Give it a little stretch. And this is called the windshield wiper, and it's still a lat technique. All this stuff is lats, so here we go. Palm is going to be on the table. Your arm is going to start right at the bottom of the thoracic spine, T12. And you're just going to sweep up. This is a fantastic lat technique because it starts to address the lower part of the lats, the lumbar part of the lats, and small people can do it on big athletes because you have this leverage going on, this thing going on. You don't have to work as hard. It's a one-arm technique, so it's really simple. Here we go. Pull up on the therapy table. And when he pulls up on the therapy table, it tightens this whole thing. And when he relaxes, go ahead, then I sweep. Pull up, relax, and I sweep. Pull up, relax, and I sweep all the way up to the bottom of the shoulder blades. So just randomly up and down, wherever you want to go. Unbelievable release for the lats because you're getting the lateral border and you're also getting the lumbar section of the lats. Try that routine. LPL, Levator, Pec, lats.